Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Sapaji, Assistant Professor of English, Coronado State College, Sierra, affiliated to Tripura Institute. In the second session of my video, I am going to give an introduction to the poem Tyger. In the previous class, I spoke on the poet and his contribution to pre-romantic poetry. And in this class, I am going to give a brief introduction to the poem Tyger by William Blake. William Blake, as we know, that is an important poet in the Romantic movement. And he wrote the poem, The Tyger. The tiger is an animal, we know that. The poet, he has taken tiger as an animal imagery and symbolically wrote the poem, The Tyger. Tyger is a very simple subject that he has taken for granted as his subject of his poem. And with this, he is going to give a wonderful message to the people in general, readers in particular. Tiger, we know that when we listen to the word tiger, or when we look at the picture of the tiger or the living tiger, immediately we feel afraid of it. A kind of terrible feeling is affected. We feel afraid, no doubt as such. We are not so proud of it. We are not so happy when we see look at the tiger suddenly. It creates a kind of vibration to the people who looks at it or see it accidentally, the tiger in way. But here the Blake, he has taken tiger as his subject of his poem and wrote the poem of tiger. And tiger, you know that it is a poem directly taken from the collections of his poetry, that is Songs of the Experience. And as I told you in the previous session, that is Blake, he wrote important collections of poetry, that is Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience. Songs of Experience, as I told you already, that is it refers to the experience or the maturity of the people or the mind. Where maturity attains, there we find a kind of ugliness. It is a stage or the place of loss of innocence. Crossing innocence is the place where we see the experiences. When man is experiencing everything, he is learning all the bad things everywhere. He seems to be that is very terrible and is harmful to the people around him. It happens naturally. So the tiger, it is the poem, the present poem that we are going to study is directly taken from the collection that is Songs of Experience. It refers to the songs of the maturity of the knowledge of the people, and it attained by one's rich experience. And William Blake is a remarkable poet. He got that is the opinions or the remarks by his contemporary writers. The poem Tiger was written in 1794. It is taken from the collections, as I told you, Songs of Experience. It belongs to the second phase of his poetry. Later critic Alfred Cousin calls it the most famous of his poems, and the Cambridge companions to William Blake says it as the most anthologized, the most reinterpreted and arranged poem of William Blake, remarked by literary critic Alfred Curzon. And we see some of the collections of the William Blake, that is the Songs of Experience, which was, I told you, it is the first collection. It was published in 1789. Both the collections bring out the two contrary nature of human soul, the two important human typical nature. They represented the two, represented in two images, and that is animal images I told you. One is the lamb, the other is the tiger. Lamb, it is taken from the collection that is Songs of Innocence, and the tiger, it is, as I told you, it is taken from Songs of Experience. Lamb refers to innocence in the harmless nature like Jesus, as the poet, mystic poet William Blake strongly believed in the biblical, that is the mythology. Tiger refers to the wild and harmful nature. And there is a contrast nature of two animals are artistically created by the creator. Here we see the lamb is an innocent animal, that is a domestic animal, as I told you. We know that already. And the tiger, it is a wild animal, it is in the forest. Both animals are similar in the that is the creation of either the creator or the God. That is the similarity that we find is very beautiful. Both are, though both are beautifully created by the same person, still the nature of the two animals is entirely different. That is created by the same person. That is what that is the contrast that we are going to see in the poem The Tiger. The poet first wrote the poem Lamb, and it belongs to Songs of Experience. It is most considered as the sister poem of the tiger. As a mystic poet, Blake takes two different animal images, as is the two different subject of his poems. He deals with the contrast nature of human soul. After writing the poem Lamb, the poet wrote the tiger. The two animals are entirely different in the nature, but the poet described them identically, and that is typically. The poet was anxious enough to understand the nature of lamb and the tiger. He is so brilliant enough in using animal images with the different characters. He thinks the master. He thinks of master who created the two animals without any similarity except the beauty. Let us see how the poet wrote the poem Tiger, and what inspired him to compose such a masterful hand to the portrait. This is what we see here in the session, that is about the tiger. It is the background of the tiger that I am told you. Thank you for listening. Thank you very much.